More leaks. Mortal
More
Kombat
leaks.
1, though. Now, you told me that somebody broke embargo and got a hold of a cart.
Yeah, so it looks like some things going around online right now. We have a full roster. We are not going to be sharing the roster as a visual image, but it has leaked online.
Because we're saying Warner Brothers is copyright
Warner
striking.
Brothers is hitting basically anybody that shows anything, so we can talk about it a little bit. So there was a leak. It looks like it was a Nintendo Switch cartridge that got leaked, and somebody got their hands on it. Somebody broke Street Date, or somebody took it out of the back of the shop, or whatever that looks like. But we do have a full roster list, and this must be a pretty real roster list because WB has been seriously striking anybody that's put stuff up about it.
That's generally a good indicator that
And
when they start copyright striking, like, oh, okay, so it's real.
And all of the characters that we have seen in the game appear in this list in one form or another, and the various like demos and betas and stuff that people have played kind of confirms that while some characters aren't in some versions, like in some of the betas, and some of them weren't in some of the demos, altogether a lot of these characters were what made up the roster. And the leaked list is looking pretty solid. No weird names, nothing strange on the list.
Nope.
We looked it over earlier. Looks pretty good.
Smoke, Rain, Kenshi, Johnny Cage, Katana, Melina, Li Mei, Baraka, Tanya, Reiko, Shang Tsung for the pre-order, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, General Shao. Yeah, I mean, Sindel, Garrus, Reptile. None of it looks weird to me.
Yeah, and then you got all the cameo characters listed, so like, you know, it's very exciting. It sucks. It sucks kind of when you see some of this stuff because I like to be surprised when I like pop in the game and see it for the first time. But leaks happen. Leaks this early are kind of wild to me for a full roster list. But you know, we'll see.
It's 12 days before the launch.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I guess I shouldn't be surprised at it that somehow it got out because anywhere where cartridges or CDs have been shipped, they're like where they're going to be done as physical copies, they're going to be in the hands of distributors and stores by
Most
now.
of them are there at this
Yep.
point, yeah.
And so, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It looks really good. And so, explain also to the audience because I was confused because I hadn't finished 11. What the reset for the timeline is?
Yeah, so yeah, there was a big reset. Liu Kang, for quick spoilers for anybody that doesn't want the end of 11 spoiled, because it was the actual final part of the story for 11 was a very large DLC that added a ton of content. So real quick, 15-second spoilers, plug ears if you don't want to hear it. At the end of 11, Liu Kang, the Fire God, basically redid the entire universe. That's why he's a crazy-looking blue and red Fire God dragon spewing person right now. But he has started the whole universe over again after defeating Chronica and all of that stuff happening. And now we are basically back to Mortal Kombat 1 style of stuff, but it is technically a continuation and a new universe at the same time. So it is continuation of 11, it is a new space, and it is a return to form as far as like classic Mortal Kombat is concerned. And Salem brings up a good point. I'm more surprised they haven't already shared a complete roster for marketing hype. Actually, the funny thing is, the day that leak went out, they actually had a video for one of the characters that I'm blanking on the name of right now that Megan Fox is voicing, and they put that out like right around when the leak happened. And they have a really good Jennifer's Body reference in the in the trailer if you have not seen it yet.
All right, I'll have to go take a look at that one. That actually brings up the thing. Why is Warner Brothers copyright striking anybody who shares it? I mean, at this point, it's out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never understood. Video game companies are bad about it. Movie studios are a little better. If it leaks, just dump it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if the trailer for X movie leaks, I don't know why they don't just immediately dump it on YouTube. Especially if it's like a crappy, like, cell phone held up.
I think some of it comes down to these things are timed so far out in advance that they've got these dates set for marketing to push these specific things out. And like, I think that if they had something ready, they might do it. But I think the thing they wanted to push out that day was the Megan Fox thing, to hopefully kind of take some steam away from it. But yeah, normally I would say the same thing. If I've seen that happen before. Somebody leaked it, all right, the studio just drops the whole thing. Here it is.
Yep, go.
Okay, watch it in good quality from us.
Yep. Because people are going to go to that good quality thing more than the crappy leaked version.
Yeah, so exactly. It's usually related to properties that have explicit marketing plans. Like, I'm sure this Megan Fox thing cost a shitload of money on both sides, and they wanted to make sure that it happened the day and date that they had it planned. So I wouldn't be surprised within the next couple of days if we don't get a full, here is the release trailer or whatever, or something to kind of like follow up and take away from the leaks. Saying, would recommend picking up the 11 Plus Aftermath bundle on deep sale and just passing the controller with friends for an evening or two's entertainment. Yeah, so if you are interested in the storyline, you can find those usually on a really good sale. I'm sure it's on a really good sale right now. And
I think it's on Game Pass too.
I think so. And honestly, the story in Mortal Kombat 11 is really good. Like, I genuinely am enjoying the Mortal Kombat storylines, and I don't play a whole bunch of competitive Mortal Kombat. I pick them up every time they come out to play the single player mode. And this one looks incredible. It looks like a full freaking movie, because 11 was basically a movie, basically a show, many hours. I think it was like 9, 10, 11 hours or something. It was like a nice long chunk of game.
There you go. Let's know what you think. Look over the roster. I'm curious why WB doesn't just drop it now. And here's the thing, you guys got to start expecting leaks. I love you companies, but the fact that you think that these leaks aren't going to happen just boggles my mind.